News Leader.
As we approach the 2020 presidential campaign homestretch, both President Trump and Democratic nominee Joe Biden have two very different approaches in the road to the White House. Two sheriff's deputies in California are fighting for their lives after being ambushed. Recently, the owner of one local grocery store allegedly receiving a threatening phone call from a retired Erie police officer. City Council weighs in on the matter.
In high definition from your news leader, this is Jet 24 Action News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Brian Wilk. There are only 7 weeks until the election. President Trump and Democratic nominee Joe Biden with two very different approaches towards campaigning. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimbert with the details. And Jet 24 Action News is your local election headquarters.
The president in Nevada this weekend, a state he lost narrowly in 2016, holding another in-person rally Saturday night with no social distancing and very few in the crowd wearing masks.
The Democrats are trying to rig this election because it's the only way they're going to win.
Joe Biden with a very different approach to campaigning, no large crowds, social distancing, and wearing a mask.
We are letting the science lead us. We are listening to the experts. You know, safety is of the utmost importance to our campaign.
The Democratic nominee calling Trump's events reckless rallies. His campaign also responding to a new Politico report alleging Trump officials are interfering with CDC reports. The Biden ticket saying the Trump administration has been systematically putting political optics ahead of the safety of the American people. A new APSIS poll Americans approve of the president of the coronavirus. Facing backlash after tweeting voters in the battleground state of North Carolina should go to polling sites even after voting by mail, then vote again if their ballot had not yet been counted. North Carolina Attorney General Josh Stein pointing out voting twice would be a felony, urging voters to not do what the president directs. The Trump team clarifying the president's post by saying ensuring your vote is counted is not a nefarious act, but a basic American right. As Western states deal with devastating wildfires, climate change is likely to be an important issue for some voters.
But you know, it is about forest management. Please remember the words, very simple. Forest management.
But Oregon Senator Jeff Merkley says this is not just about raking the forests.
The Cascade snowpacks have gotten smaller, our forests have gotten drier, our ocean has gotten warmer and more acidic.
The fires destroying entire towns in Oregon, California, and Washington.
The only moisture in eastern Washington was the tears of people who've lost their homes.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, Washington, D.C.
President Trump travels to California Monday to be briefed by local and federal officials on the wildfires. For all your local and national election news, head to our website, yourerie.com. Two Los Angeles sheriff's deputies are fighting for their lives after being shot multiple times Saturday night. The Sheriff's Department now offering a $100,000 reward for any information that leads to the arrest and conviction of the suspect. ABC News' Zoring Shaw has the latest from Los Angeles.
The LA County Sheriff's Department releasing disturbing surveillance video that captured the ambush-style attack on two deputies looking for help in identifying the man dressed in black who walked up to the deputy's vehicle near the Compton Metro station, then fired a gun multiple times before running away.
He acted as if he was going to walk past the car, and then he made a left turn directly toward the car, raised a pistol, and fired several rounds inside of the vehicle, striking both of the sheriff's deputies.
The deputies, a 31-year-old mother of a 6-year-old and a 24-year-old man sworn in only 14 months ago, were able to radio in for help after being shot.
Stand by for a GSW, be a deputy involved at the blue line.
Hours later, several demonstrators blocking the emergency room entrance and exit.
They were saying death to the police, kill the police, and they were using all type of curse words and derogatory terms about the police.
Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti saying there's no place in civilized society for someone to shoot law enforcement officers.
I won't ever let a couple voices that not only are uncalled for, but it's abhorrent to say something like that when we have two deputies who are sheriff deputies in grave condition.
The sheriff saying his department is committed to keeping the community safe.
Our job does not get any easier because people don't like law enforcement. It's going to be a challenge day after day. However, the sheriff's department will never be deterred.
California's Governor Gavin Newsom writing, the perpetrator must quickly be brought to justice. Zoreen Shah, ABC News, Los Angeles.
A sign outside a gym in Mill Creek Township catching the attention of many people. The sign outside Joe's Gym reads, "Trump-hating Nazis, show your ignorance, display a Biden sign." The owner of Joe's Gym, Joseph Orangia, says he put up this sign after people stole and vandalized some campaign signs outside of his business. He says he was tired of people damaging his property and wanted to leave a message for those people. Orangia adding he has noticed people's reaction to the signs online. He says he posted a statement about the sign on his Facebook page. Earlier this month, a Whole Food Co-op's employee told Erie City Council she had allegedly received a threatening phone call from a retired city police officer. The Erie Bureau of Police denied City Council's request to view this woman's written complaint. Chelsea Swift has the story.
Whole Foods Co-op employee Leanna Naracco allegedly receiving a threatening phone call from a retired City of Erie police officer on September 2nd. She claims she said she should be raped and murdered for her support of Black Lives Matter. But some members of City Council are saying police reports cannot be released until the investigation is complete.
The word is alleged, and our City Council people who are pushing for this should know better. They're not going to give us any information until the investigation is complete. Right now, it's not taking sides. It's a he said, she said, and we don't know who said.
Brzezinski adding a lot of people want to know everything right away, but the full story cannot be told until the investigation is complete.
It's not our place to be setting the agenda, so to speak. That's the mayor's job. If we don't like what he's doing, we can talk to him and find some middle ground.
And City Councilman Michael Keys says the public will have to wait to learn more about this phone call. However, he says City Council wanted to learn more to follow up with the complaint.
Somebody brought a complaint, and, we should do our due diligence to look.
Keys adding he believes this instance demonstrates the community's need for a citizens review board.
Citizens in the county do want a citizens review board because citizens need to have a safe place to go in order to file their complaints.
Chelsea Swift, Jet 24 Action News.
Forecasters say Tropical Storm Sally will be a hurricane by the time it hits New Orleans, but it seems to have brought only heavy rain to southwest Florida. As of Sunday afternoon, it was continuing to move offshore. It was causing wet travel and bringing the possibility of flooding to southwest Florida. Other parts of the country will be dealing with more than just flooding. Forecasters expect Sally to be at least a Category 1 hurricane by the time it reaches Louisiana during the overnight. As of today, the Pennsylvania Health Department will no longer update COVID-19 numbers on Sundays. Here now are the COVID-19 numbers for Erie County as of Saturday. The State Department of Health reporting the Erie County cumulative number of cases to be 1,421. with 48 deaths. The Department of Health reporting the statewide total to be over 143,000 cases, with the total number of deaths reported at 7,682. Crawford County reporting 245 cases, Warren County reporting 40 cases, Chautauqua County reporting 558 cases, and Ashtabula County reporting 627 cases. And coming up on Jet 24 Action News at 11, one Pennsylvania university with an announcement that almost all of their courses will be online for the rest of the fall semester, causing many parents to move their kids out of the campus just weeks after moving in. That's after Tom's forecast. Hey, Tom.
Well, we got some good news for you, Brian. We've got a look at Sally, which won't be affecting us, and a cooler fall-like forecast this week. Check it out next.
From your news leader, you're watching Brian Wilk, meteorologist Craig Flint, and Mike Fenner with sports.